This is Making Healthy Choices, proudly serving your family with professional health solutions for more than 20 years. And now, here's your host, Drew Summerall.
Hello and welcome to Making Healthy Choices, a show of health and wellness. I'm your host, Drew Summerall. I'm joined by our very own Dr. Rodrigo Rodriguez of the BioCare Hospital. And Dr. Folks who maybe read a lot of health articles or journals have come across a word that you see a lot, but maybe we don't know exactly what it is, and that word is toxin. What exactly is a toxin?
Okay, a toxin is a chemical substance that gets into your body and essentially blocks enzymes. You probably have heard of enzymes. Are these molecules that allow a lot of the functions, important functions, life essential functions to happen. So when you get all these toxics or all these toxins, what they do is they block a lot of the actions of the enzymes, and if they're not working well, you're going to be sick and you're going to be feeling bad.
So when we think of the word toxin, maybe a picture that comes to mind is like the smog maybe in Beijing or something like that. Where exactly do toxins come from?
Well, it comes because of the chemical outpour in all the food that we eat. So if many times if we buy food, it's going to contain a lot of chemicals because they use fertilizers, they use pesticides. Remember that the word toxin, if you go to semantically, means poison. So you're poisoning your body every time you're taking any of these toxins. So you have to be aware of them. And yes, we breathe them. They're all around us. So we have to make sure that we drink clean water, we get good food, that we rinse it well, and that if we can buy local food versus food that has been transported for thousands of miles, we're going to be better off because they need much less preservation and chemical pollution in order to bring it to the table.
And when we use the word toxin or even a word like toxic, we usually don't think of the food that we might buy in the grocery store. And while it may not be immediately toxic, in the long run, it's probably going to hurt us.
Toxic. But let me tell you something very important because we're talking about minerals. Minerals displace a lot of the toxics that can get into our body. Why? Because bad minerals are counterbalanced by good minerals. So the good minerals can displace these toxic minerals and make functions a lot better. So supplementation of minerals once again comes into play because that's a good way to prevent the toxic effect of foods that we might be consuming.
And speaking of supplementation and minerals, we're here to talk about our very own mineral concentrate and how this product has really changed the lives of a lot of people.
Yeah, because it's not surprising at all. If we understand that the biggest deficiency in America, the biggest nutritional deficiency is lack of minerals. If we bring them back into our lives, if we bring them back to our food supply, we're going to feel so much better because a lot of things that are not happening today are going to start happening. And you're going to start feeling in few days a very positive response. So I would urge everybody to make sure you're taking a good mineral supplementation like mineral concentrate.
And of course, you can order our mineral concentrate by calling the number on the screen, 1-800-965-2345, or by going to our website, mhclife.com. Right now, we want to hear from Ariana and her dramatic turnaround supplementing with mineral concentrate.
I feel like I've had a miracle. 11 years ago, I started having joint pain, and the joints would just start to swell and I would get sharp pains. It was difficult for me to walk up and down the stairs. I have bandages that I keep at home that I wrap my knees in, I wrap my arms and elbows in, and it just got worse and worse and worse. I didn't know that I had to even be concerned about minerals. I knew that I wasn't feeling well, I knew that I was achy and things weren't just right, and I just didn't know what was missing. For years, I've had to take a sleep additive with a combined pain medication in order to get through the night. After 2 weeks of taking the mineral concentrate, I went to sleep without the additive. I jumped into this with both feet because I wanted to see if this is what I've been missing. And I really believe that this is what I've been missing. I've been telling everyone that I know because I have felt so much better, and I know that it is not a coincidence. And I am convinced that this is what was wrong. I'm convinced that this is what I did not have that I needed. And I plan to take it forever.
And doctor, it really is an incredible turnaround. But these are stories that we hear all the time, and really, as a doctor, this isn't surprising. If you put the right thing in, you get the right output.
You know, I see a lot of very sick people at the hospital, and it's surprising to see many people that have nutritional deficiencies that you would expect to see in a third world country, not in America. But the fact is that many people eat so bad, and you don't have to go too far to believe me. All you have to do is go to the supermarket and look around the baskets of people that are in line along with you, and you're going to see boxes and cans and things of preserved, refined, overloaded with chemicals, with sodium, with salt, with a refined sugar, etc. All this overload of all these things are creating a real big problem. And one of the major problems, or actually the biggest deficiency, is the lack of minerals. And if we don't bring them back, they're going to make us sick. They're going to make us really feel bad, not functional, not focused, not well. We're going to feel depressed, painful, etc. And when people start taking it, that's why you saw that testimonial, then all these minerals are going to be working on your body, are going to be replenishing all the deposits that we have for minerals, and a lot of the functions are going to happen. And again, these minerals can block a lot of the toxins that get into our body and help us to just sort all these things out and function very, very well. And she said, I probably will take them for the rest of my life. And she is correct. Why? Because good nutrition is for us from the time we're born to the time we die. That's how important good nutrition is. We couldn't go without it. It's like having a car without fuel. It's not going to work. So that goes forever. And supplementation, this is so easy. It's so inexpensive. It's so simple to do. And it's so forgiving. If you don't take it in the morning, take it in the evening. Nothing is going to happen, but take it every day. Just make sure you take it every day, and it's going to give you a real good feeling. And the more you do it, the more you're going to like it, and the more you're going to stick to it.
And doctor, real quick, I want to go back to where we started. We already mentioned toxins. Another thing that goes along with that is, maybe we've all heard of this, is free radicals. What are these free radicals? Where do they come from?
Actually, free radical is a form of toxin. These are substances that we have a metabolic cycle that produces energy. If we, for any reason, don't have good nutritional support, minerals, the most important, what's going to happen is we're going to start doing substances that are actually more toxic, and many of them violently toxic to our bodies. And that's why, I mean, if you look around with your friends, with your family, with your neighbors, you see how many people are having pains and aches and problems and complaining of this or that, or simply do not have energy to do anything. You tell them, let's go out for this. They don't have the energy to do it. We cannot live that way, particularly when we have a product like a mineral concentrate that's going to take 2 seconds to do it every single day, and it's going to give you all these benefits. You can take it. You can bring it back if it didn't work for you, but I know it will, because it always does, and you're going to love the product, and hopefully you're going to start a good road on supplementation.
And what I really like about what you just said is that it's not an this is not an exaggeration. This is literally 2 seconds. This is about the easiest thing that you can bring into your life, supplementing with mineral concentrate. The first thing you have to do is pick up the telephone and call 1-800-965-2345 or go to our website, mhclife.com. These are the only two places that you can find these minerals. You won't find them in stores, only at the website or by calling the number on the screen. So do it right now, and we'll be right back.
Do you sometimes wonder what life would be like if you had the energy to do those extra things you want to do but just can't? Maybe it's to go for a walk after dinner or spend your Saturdays playing with your kids. If you're tired all the time and have decided that you just always will be, guess what? You don't have to be. With Mineral Concentrate from Making Healthy Choices, this fulvic acid electrolyte mineral formula promotes maximum cell function while sparking your body's electrical conductivity. What does that mean? Well, most people say they've never felt better. The best part is it's only $29.95. And if you call now, we'll even pay to ship it to you. So dial 1-800-965-2345 or go to mhclife.com. This electrolyte formula promotes dependable, solid energy day in and day out. So call the number on the screen. Do it for your spouse, your kids, your friends, and most of all, do it for you. Call 1-800-965-2345 or go to mhclife.com. It's time for life.
We all love dessert, but we don't have to feel guilty about it. I'm going to show you a nice, healthy, quick, easy berry parfait. You're just going to love it. So what we're going to do right now, we have just a decorative glass, doesn't matter. I chose a nice, healthy vanilla yogurt. Vanilla flavored yogurt is great for you, for your digestive system. And then we've got some regular granola here. I chose a low-fat granola with a touch of honey. And this is just that simple, a little granola in there. And I love my berries, so I got some nice blacks, some good blues, some raspberries in here, and I'm going to put just a little touch of a mint leaf in there, a little more granola on the top. Here comes our good for you healthy yogurt. Make these ahead, put them in the refrigerator, shake that around, get a couple more berries in there, throw some bananas in if you like, or whatever your favorite fruit is. Go to the fruit section, not the frozen section. Make your own healthy, great dessert. A little more granola. Put that on the top, a little more yogurt. It's a beautiful thing. Tastes great, good for you. Some raw pumpkin seeds to top that off. There you go. And one more little mint leaf. And how is that? Who's going to feel guilty about that? Easy, quick, fresh. So there it is, a healthy dessert. If you didn't get all of that, you can see this recipe and more on our website, mhclife.com.
And it's just as easy as that to make a healthy choice, although sometimes these healthy choices can be a little bit difficult. Earlier we were talking about being in the grocery store and looking at other people's baskets. Sometimes we feel like maybe we're making a healthy choice in the grocery store, but we actually aren't. And one of those is diet sodas. Why is diet soda not a healthy choice at all?
Well, the big problem is artificial sweeteners. I have a personal problem, and I know many people do the same thing. I have a very important problem with a product that comes from a factory and tells you it's good for you. I'm a true believer that we should be eating foods that God created as close as the way God created them. And I don't see artificial sweeteners in God's hands, unless you go and take one plant and try to isolate one of its components, which is not the way to go. Again, you went to a factory to do it. So I recommend people to do natural things. First of all, soda is not for human consumption. It's a carbonated drink, and that competes with calcium, with the bones. We're complaining about osteoporosis. Everybody takes calcium. Yet we take carbonated drinks in huge amounts. So let's be careful about that. But again, if we're going to supplement with our minerals, we're going to be a lot safer, because this is going to help us with the management of carbohydrates. You heard it well. One of the most important factors in the management of carbohydrates is minerals like chromium, like vanadium. They're very important for diabetics. Diabetics actually benefit a lot when they start on the mineral concentrate. They're going to have not only the value of mineral supplementation, but they're going to have these specific minerals that are going to help with carbohydrate management. So if you're concerned about carbohydrates, don't go to diet things. Have spring water and your mineral concentrate. It's safe, it's less expensive, it's more efficient, and it's healthy.
So what is some general advice that you would give to people as they go into the grocery store? Because it can be, like I said, very difficult. You know, fill up your cart with a lot of boxes that say all natural this or even organic that may not be very healthy. What's some good general tips for making sure that our basket gets filled with healthy products?
I don't know if I'm going to be very welcome by many people, but one thing that to me is very important is that we have to take some responsibility. You cannot leave it to the doctor to fix what we did wrong. So what we have to do is we have to buy more frequently. So we buy fresher food. If you can buy locally, and this is the perfect time of the year to do it, do it. Go to a farmer's market, go to places that produce food that is produced in your area. And make sure you buy things that are very natural, and you have to leave some time of your day to prepare these foods. That's the big problem. We used to have a housewife. We don't have them anymore. We used to have a mother. Well, we don't have a mother that cooks anymore. But it can be a family affair. You cook some days, I'll cook other days. But I want to make sure that I'm feeding, not filling, just feeding my family.
And now is the time to start feeding your family not only good food, but good supplements. And you can do that by going to our website, mhclife.com, or by calling 1-800-965-2345. Our mineral concentrate product is only $29.95. And if you call or click right now, we'll ship it to you absolutely for free. In fact, let's hear from Rachel on how a cloud was lifted after supplementing with mineral concentrate.
Prior to the mineral supplement, I was taking an antidepressant just because life is busy, and just to keep my levels even. I no longer needed that. Before, I would feel like there is a cloud, and that cloud literally feels like it's been lifted. My husband and my children, my whole family have noticed a huge difference in me and my alertness with the mineral concentrate. My children always say, "Mom, you seem so happy." And that's a blessing. That's just wonderful.
Do you sometimes wonder what life would be like if you had the energy to do those extra things you want to do but just can't? Maybe it's to go for a walk after dinner or spend your Saturdays playing with your kids. If you're tired all the time and have decided that you just always will be, guess what? You don't have to be. With mineral concentrate from Making Healthy Choices, this fulvic acid electrolyte mineral formula promotes maximum cell function while sparking your body's electrical conductivity. What does that mean? Well, most people say they've never felt better. The best part is it's only $29.95. And if you call now, we'll even pay to ship it to you. So dial 1-800-965-2345 or go to mhclife.com. This electrolyte formula promotes dependable, solid energy day in and day out. So call the number on the screen. Do it for your spouse, your kids, your friends, and most of all, do it for you. Call 1-800-965-2345 or go to mhclife.com. It's time for life.
Supplementation is so vital because just like we as humanity are so stressed out, our soil is very stressed out. It's been overused and abused for so long, and then there have been so many pesticides and herbicides and all these chemicals put on our soil that unfortunately our soil does not yield the same mineral content in food anymore. And so thinking that we can get all we need simply from our food, it's very likely not possible. And I say very likely because there may be somebody that wants to eat, 20 pounds of broccoli every day. Well, if you want to do that, great. But usually for the most of us, it's just not possible. And so to really get the most that we can, supplementation is a huge deal. It's a huge deal because especially in the American diet today, again, because most people aren't even eating whole natural foods. And the ones that are, we're not getting the same nutrient quality that we got even 50 to 100 years ago.
And doctor, this message about the soil is so important because some folks may think, well, I'll just get some more fruit and vegetable, put it in my cart at the grocery store, and I'll be okay. Why is that probably not enough to get the minerals?
That's not enough because we're going to have the big problem of the depleted soils. We don't have soils that have the capacity to nourish the plants, and in return, of course, the plants will not nourish us completely. But doing something as simple as putting 10 to 15 drops of mineral concentrate in drinking water every day, that's going to make a big difference. Remember that soil, that's actually the origin of everything nutritionally speaking. Those minerals are going to go to the animals we feed from, to the milk, to the eggs, to everything, to us directly or through the plants. So the minerals are the bottom line of any nutritional chain you want to explore. If we don't have those, we're not going to subsist, we're not going to exist. If we didn't have soil, we wouldn't have life at all. That's how important it is. And with mineral concentrate, you have the best American volcanic soils extraction from those soils, from those minerals, put in a concentration that you can only use few drops every day and get this rich nourishment for your body that's going to change the way it functions.
And like Dr. Shannon mentioned, even if you were having a healthy diet, that probably still isn't enough. What happens to the nutrients in food once it becomes processed and put into a box?
That's, of course, the other side of the equation. If you buy processed food, even frozen, for example, many times people tell me, doctor, but if I don't buy it canned, I don't buy it boxed, I just buy it frozen. Read the label again. It's going to be loaded with sodium because, again, you want that food to last forever, so you have the chance to go to the supermarket and take it out of the shelf. No, eat natural foods, simple foods. You don't eat that much, but make sure that you supplement. In the long run, you're going to be saving tons of money, tons of suffering, tons of doctor's bills, laboratory bills, and the most important part, you're going to live your life and enjoy it.
And it really is amazing that, without energy, we really can't do anything. And we hear from so many people all the time that they didn't realize how much energy they were losing out until they started supplementing. And so now is the time. It's just so simple, $29.95. We'll ship it to you absolutely for free. You just take a few drops every single day in your juice and water, and you're good to go. So give us a call right now, 1-800-965-2345, or log on to our website, mhclife.com. And let's hear from Charmaine and how mineral concentrate gave her energy and stamina throughout the day.
In taking the mineral concentrate, the biggest thing I found that it gives me stamina. I have two boys, the one's in college, I have an 11th grader, I homeschool, and so I'm running around through the day, taking them here and there, and by the time the afternoon comes, I'm starting to feel really tired, usually, and actually on the road sleepy. And so when I go to pick up my husband at the end of the day, I am so done that he has to drive, normally. But when I started taking the mineral concentrate, I found that I had the stamina throughout the day, so that I didn't have that sleepiness, which is amazing. If you knew me, you would know how amazing that is. It's a really good product.
Today is your day. This is your moment. Life is calling. It's time to get back that extra spark that you've been missing, and it's simple with Mineral Concentrate, an all-natural trace mineral product designed to promote energy and focus without sugar nor caffeine. Call 1-800-965-2345 or log on to mhclife.com. Today is your day. It's time for life.
and that's our slogan. It's time for life. And doctor, it's always the right time to make a good, healthy choice for yourself going forward.
It's very important that we think of it, first of all, realize how sick the world is getting around us, if not ourselves. How our energy is being lost, our focus is being lost. A lot of things are happening that we don't like, and what we have to do is we have to put a remedy to all that. We have to reverse all the bad changes that our life is giving to us, because no, you don't have to suffer chronic degenerative disease. You don't have to be on medication for the rest of your life. You can live a different life if you just learn to do a few changes. And the easiest, the most cost-effective way to do it, the simple way to do it is by using mineral concentrate. Because what I want you to do is I want you to experience the new energy, the new mental attitude, the everything that this is going to bring you. And hopefully, this is going to make you think again about some physical activity, is going to make you think about dietary changes, and go to mhclife.com and see other products that MHC Life can offer you, like vitamin D, like B12, things that are very simple to do that are going to enrich your life and your energy. So today is the day that you can start making all these changes for your own benefit. And when you see them, when you feel them, share them with people around you, because they're going to be very grateful that you did.
And you know, doctor, when I think about wellness, it's amazing that this is the thing that we can change. There's so many people who, they live in fear, they worry about lots of things, wars, you know, possibility of ecological disasters and so on. But your health, this is something that you can actually make a difference and make a change today.
Yep, you're the CEO of your health management. You're the one that makes the last decision. Nobody else can tell you to do it. You are the one that can say, I want to change all this that's happening to me because I want to go out. The summer is coming. I mean, I want to go out. I want to take advantage of the weather. I want to take advantage of my family. I want to go fishing and doing things I really love to do that I don't feel like doing anymore. It's that simple to take 10 drops, 15 drops a day, every day to make this possible. Yes, it is that simple. So I would urge you to go to mhclife.com, explore other products, but begin today. This is very simple. It's going to be just a few drops every day, and your life will begin to change.
Just like Doctor said, it's that simple. You can go to our website, mhclife.com, or you can call 1-800-965-2345. Give us a call or click. Like Dr. Rodrigo said, we have a full line of products there along with our mineral concentrate products. So call or click today, and we'll see you.